What's up, Excellence in Fitness clients? Coach Ely here with some productive things you can do while you're trapped at home. So a lot of the other guys have been putting out some great content about exercises you can do at home. Thought I would take it a little bit in a different direction. Now, I know a lot of people are probably dealing with a little bit of stiffness in the lower back area thanks to the working from home, the binging of the Netflix, all that good stuff. So here's some simple things you can do to rectify that situation. First off, all we need is a simple foam roller. Lacrosse ball will do as well. We're just going to go after some of the hip flexors here in the glutes, as though tightness in these muscles tends to lead to some of the stiffness you're feeling in the lower back. After we foam roll those areas, we're going to head into some stretches here where we're again focused on the hip flexors and the glutes. We're going to throw in a deep squat as well just to tie everything together. All right, first on the list here, guys, we're going to roll out our hip flexors. So we're looking right at the front of the thigh here, right up near the top. That's our hip flexor wad. That tends to get a little bit tight, so in order to take care of that, we're going to go one side at a time here, shift the roller off so that we can only get this right leg at the moment. We're going to drop right down on top of the roller. And we want to be careful here. We don't want to just kind of roll mindlessly up and down here, guys. We want to find spots that are a little tight, a little tender. So very slowly roll down towards your knee. As soon as you find a place that grabs your attention, a couple things you can do. We're going to flex and extend our leg back and forth. We can also rotate in that flex position. That'll probably get some good reaction out of most people. And we're just trying to clean up some of the tissue down here. So next target, guys, we're going for the outside of the hip here. So same thing, one side at a time. We're going to shift our right hip up on the roller. Rotate slightly so that the left hip is up in the air. Now you can use your legs to support you, makes things a little bit easier. Start with a straight leg, tends to be the best way to do this. We're gonna shift all the way up and down again, nice and slow. Find an interesting spot, rotate your leg in and out, all the way down towards the hamstring area. And then as we creep up towards the lower back, the top of the hips, as soon as we land on that piriformis muscle, which is the highest one up top, it's gonna be towards the outside of the hip as well. We're gonna take our leg, cross it over, and that just gives us a little bit more access to clean up that muscle tissue. So same thing, real slow. Once you get an interesting spot, shift back and forth. So we're trying to roll each side of the lower body, maybe 3 or 4 minutes. You can even push that a little bit. One thing we all have right now is time. So really be slow with this. Find those nasty spots and start to clean them up a little bit. All right, guys, so next we're gonna go into the stretching. So a lot of our clients are gonna be very familiar with this stretch in particular. So this is just a simple couch stretch. Now, most of you don't have access to a bench at home, so what I would recommend is just simply take a pillow off of your couch, place it on the ground, use that as a pad for your back knee, and then put your foot up on the seat of the couch. So very simple. All we want to do is hook our foot back over the couch, and we're going to place our knee down on the pillow. Now, our goal here is to be as upright through the torso as possible. We don't want any compensation through the lower back. It's very easy to just arch your lower back to make this a little more comfortable. Try to get this backside glute. Try to get it to push forward a little bit. That's going to help open up some of these hip flexors here. Added bonus, reach up with the same arm as the back leg and add a little bend to the side here. That's really going to open up some of that hip flex. Next, couch stretch. Assuming you don't have an end shoulder press in your house, seat of a couch, armchair of a couch, ottoman, coffee table, bar stool, whatever you have, that's the right height for you to hit these muscles. Targets, outside of the hips, right back here, which we foam rolled earlier. Execution, we're going to place our leg right across the surface of whatever it is you're using to stretch. Again, the height may need to be adjusted. If you're more flexible, you'll need this thing elevated. If you're less flexible, you'll need this thing lower to the ground. Important things to note. We don't want to round through the spine. Anyone can bring their chest all the way forward if they allow their spine to round. It doesn't serve you any good. Instead, keep that back nice and flat, chest up tall, and just hinge forward until you get that light stretch in the outside of the hips here. Added bonus, rotate towards the knee that we're trying to stretch. So we're going to bring our chest down towards that same front knee, and you're going to increase the stretch back here. All right, guys, to tie it all together, we're just going to hold a deep squat. Now, I like to hold on to something. That's mostly because my ankle mobility is absolute garbage, so hopefully yours are a little more flexible, and you can actually sit in this bottom position with your heels flat on the ground, but just give yourself some support if you need it. You know, this isn't super strict or anything like that. We're just looking to hold as deep a squat as we comfortably can. Keep that chest up as best you can. Again, no one's here to critique your form. There's no loading, so it's not particularly unsafe for you to hold a slightly rounded position in the back, but we want to do the best we can here. So at your own experience level, just like I said, do the best you can. So I like to give a little support. You can drop into the squat. You can push those knees out a little bit with your elbows. That'll help loosen up some of the adductor muscles. And just, you know, do some deep breathing. Try to relax into this. Stressful times, guys. You got to take every opportunity you can to relax. Hopefully you guys find this video helpful. Personally, I would recommend that you guys do this 2 or 3 nights a week. Give yourself 10 or 20 minutes before bed. Tends to be a good time. Spend some time foam rolling. Make sure all those muscles are nice and loose. And then a couple minutes stretching out while doing some deep nasal breathing. It'll probably actually help you sleep a little bit better, unwind after a long day of social distancing, and you'll probably wake up with a little bit less stiffness in your lower back. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'm going to stop procrastinating and get to my workout now.